St Mary's is actually rooted right from the very start in music. When the sisters first arrived and they wanted to start a school to serve the local community, but they didn't have very much money, so they started to teach the children and some adults, I believe, of wealthy individuals in the society as it was then, and the money that they were paid went to support the school that eventually became St Mary's College. So that rooted right in the very, very start of the history of the school is that connection to music, and one feels it, I think, following through. My name is Carmel Carroll, and I was born in 1959 in Te Aroha, little country town. I always sang as a child. People used to call up my mother and say Carmel's singing on her way to school. They sent me to St Mary's because Leo was teaching here, and I learned to sing from Sister Leo for the years that I was here. And I thought, I want a life in music. So then I went to Auckland University and studied singing. And somebody said to me, oh, go and join the opera chorus, they'll pay you to sing in the chorus. And before I knew it, I was singing, getting understudies and singing small roles, and then eventually, quite by accident, I turned into an opera singer, and I became an opera singer and was one for 25 years. As I was growing up, Sister Mary Leo was already very famous because she was teaching people who were becoming famous, most notably Dame Kirita Kānua, but of course she also taught Malvina Major and she taught Minor Foley. And Leo just managed to bring that stuff out of people. She was a darling, and she was so critically instructive on your sound. It grew to be a very recognisable sound in singing culture in the world. And it was a wonderful legacy that she had. I wanted to come back to St Mary's for the music again. My daughter had reached the age where she was going to go into secondary school, and I wanted her to be in an environment where all of the skills that surround music, the collegiality and the feeling of excitement and joy that you get from mastering an instrument or learning to sing is a shared experience, and one that you will then have for the rest of your life, and I wanted her to have that. Voice teaching is, I don't know if all instruments are like this, they may be, but voice teaching, it's an exceptionally personal thing, a person's voice, and if they are unconfident, they can often find it very difficult to tap into it. So your job as a music teacher is half psychology and half just the practical things that you have to do to get it right. Like, one of the things I always say to my singers is you have to open your mouth. Clearly that's not rocket science, but enormous numbers of them find that really, really hard. So I start with a few basic technical things that they have to get right, but at the same time I tell them they're marvellous. I tell them everybody's got a voice. I tell them they're making a sound that only they can make, and that it's theirs to work with. So they become responsible for their outcomes. The culture of music at St Mary's is incredibly inclusive. It teaches the girls to be responsible. It teaches them to enjoy music, to support each other, and to appreciate a lot of different kinds of music. I think it provides a doorway into a pattern of living that will serve them well for the rest of their lives. That's the really special thing.